Okay, last class we were discussing about what is ethics and then overview of ethics especially. And then we discussed on how to become an ethical organization. So those topics were discussed in the previous session. So today's topic we'll be discussing on marketing ethics, okay, or ethical issues in marketing management. Fine. Now all three can unmute yourself. We'll have a small discussion. All three can unmute yourself. Please unmute your mic. Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me? Santisa, can you hear me? Santisa, is my voice audible? All right. Anyway, let me proceed. Okay, right. So, what is ethical issues in marketing? Any kind of issues that are related with marketing concepts. In a layman's language, we call it as ethical issues in marketing. So, here in today's class, we'll be seeing like what is marketing ethics and what is ethical issues in marketing strategy and what is the ethical issues relating to marketing mix. So you might have studied in your previous semester like what are all the marketing mix. It talks about product, price, place, and promotion. And we have one more concept as market research. So this is what we're going to see now. First is like marketing ethics. So what is it? Here, it is the area that deals with the moral principles behind marketing, right? This marketing ethics will tell us like how to be ethical when it comes to marketing. Where there are a lot of scope for unethical activities. In majority of the places relating to marketing, you can find a lot of deceptive advertisement, false clients, false offers. So all these things are happening when it comes to marketing. The ultimate purpose of marketing is to ensure that your product are sold to a larger extent. You are selling the product to a larger extent to the customers, by which you are increasing the sale, and that will reflect in the profit of an organization. So that is the major concept for any marketing organization, right? Now, uh, here we are looking into like marketing into the area that deals with the moral principles behind marketing. And ethics in marketing applies to different spheres. As I said, like your core piece of marketing, which talks about product price, placing, promotion, as well as the other aspects of marketing aspect. Okay. Being said that, let us see what are all the ethical issues that can be seen in a marketing strategy. So, what is marketing strategy? A marketing strategy is something which details how a business can offer product. Means like you are devising some strategy or some method by which you are selling more of your product by overcoming your competitors. Rather, I can say like you're increasing your market share. You want more customers. You want to sell it to more customers, for which you will try to devise some strategy. That is the reason why whenever you go for any kind of purchase, say for example, you might have been familiar with your Big Bazaar, which is nearby our locations. So here, Reliance, EC Day. So all these things, what people will do is they'll try to take the product, look at the product. While looking at the product itself, there will be certain attractive offers: buy one get one free, buy two get three free, something like that. And sometimes it is like you take 100 ml, the price is something different. You take 250 ml of the same product, the price will be in much reduced. You can find it in a much reduced price, right? So all these are offers which is given, where certain ethics should also be followed. So that is what we are going to deal now. Like a marketing strategy is something which you're offering a product in order to overcome your competitors and then sell as many products as possible. Fine. So what are the ethical issues that can happen in this? First is safety. For example, like if a company offers products that are hazardous under certain conditions, so that is not a healthy sign. That is not an ethical sign also. For example, manufacturing of a product. A product is sold in the market which doesn't have a good quality, or rather, I can say like it is having some harm for the people or the user who is buying that product. Then that is not ethical. So any kind of marketing strategy should not involve the production of product which is harming the society and which is hazardous in nature. Right? That is the first point. Safety. Deception. See, this everyone might have come across relating to deception. See, deceptive advertisement practice or unethical. It means like you are claiming something and the product doesn't have that quality. For example, sometimes you can find that the product is claimed that it has this facility, or the product is beneficiary for this. So, and finally, you buy the product and you use it, you will not get the benefit at all. Simple to say, we know very well that like everyone knows like just by using Fair and Lovely, a person cannot become fair, but still we buy the product. It is like a kind of a positioning which happened in the minds of the customers that by using Fair and Lovely or Fair Ever or any beauty cream, your beauty will get increased. Maybe it may be applicable for few of the customers, but it will not be in all the cases. Sometimes people are saying like you are in the dark complexion, immediately using this particular product will become much fair, which is again deceptive, which is not ethical at all. So drinking, using some health drinks, Horlicks or something like that, you will be becoming taller, sharper, which we doesn't know sometimes, because normally whenever kids we are feeding these kind of items, especially relating to Horlicks or Bonita, whatsoever. Normally they will grow as from their childhood days to adult level. Yes, they'll be growing, but we are not sure of the result. But still we use it. There may be some scientific proof, but we are not sure of it. Again, it's a question of ethical, whether it is right or wrong. Again, it is set before the customers, and customer is the one who decides, right? So deceptive advertisement is like you are trying to make a false claim on the product. If you have the real claim on that, then probably yes. For example, like medicines, you have this medicine, and this will be helpful for curing so and so disease. In that case, yes, there is some reality, but we don't know like the products, whatever we are buying, how many products are actually saying or actually doing what it represents, or how many products is fake or making some false claim. We are not sure. But any organization which is making some such or such claim, we can call it as a deception. It is not. So this deception cannot be used as a strategy or should not be used by any company when it comes to selling the product or marketing the product. Fine. The next one is market manipulation. So a company employing an ethical market strategy does not engage in manipulating. So what will happen here is like the target market for information on how many items customers are likely to buy and make sure there is adequate supply. Means you are giving a huge advertisement for a product. The company is giving a huge advertisement for the product. You go out and search for the product in the showroom or in the retail outlet or nearby shop or something like that. The product is not available, especially during this COVID-19 time. There is advertisement like, yes, you go to this medical shop. These are all the medical shops where you can find sanitizer, mask, something like that. But unfortunately, what has happened was in many places these products are not available. Again, it's a ethical question. If the retailers or the distributors, if they are stocking the product, then it's a very big question. Like they are using a strategy so that the products are not sold at this time, and they are trying to increase the demand for the product, there which they are trying to increase the price for the mask or sanitizer and then selling the product. This is again a wrong practice. It is not ethical. So again, the question will be like, no, it is not. It is not a question about manipulation. It talks about the strategy which is used, which any company will use. Ultimately, the purpose of any company is to increase its business. See, as I said earlier, it all depends on how you see things. There are different views, which I taught you in the first class itself. Those who attended my first class, you might have understood like there is a Unitarian view, separatist view, integrative view, something like that, right? So it all depends. Ethics is up to you, which you feel like which is right and which is wrong. But there should be some kind of practices which has to be followed by any business so that you sustain in the market for a longer period of time and you stay with the customers and you will be running the business effectively. Fine. So this market manipulation can be calculated in two ways. You are using an opportunity, which may be ethical for few people. For few people, it will be like, no, this is not good. Now there is the high time. We are supposed to provide the supply. So I'll not stop. I'll try to sell the product with marginal profit. Means like sometimes like, yeah, I can have some 2 or 3 rupees. Again, it's a matter of, it's again a question mark. You're having 100 rupees as profit. The product price is 100. You're selling it for 200 rupees. Or the product price is 100. You're selling for 110 and 150. This can be considered as a strategy by some people, but ethically is it right or not? That has to be thought. Next is pricing. So pricing is also like you're giving the product for more profit, right? You're selling the product for more profit. See, this is also a strategy which is used in business perspective. Like sometimes if it's a pioneer product, the product is something very new to the market, and obviously the price of the product will be very high. and slowly, once the competitor enters, and you might have studied about the product life cycle, introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. So during those stages, slowly, like once competitor enters, the price of the product will come down. Simple to say, simple example. Once there was a time period where your tablet, right? You had a PC, suddenly the tablet has come. During the pioneering of that product, once the tablet has come to the market, which was brand new and which is new for any kind of customer for that matter, the price seems to be high, especially take an example of our country. Once a tablet was introduced, the price was very high. Now, what has happened is like so much of competitors have come, they've understood that yes, people are preferring or not. They now look at the same product which was sold for 12,000 or 15,000 or 20,000. Now it is sold for 2,000. Same goes with your mobile phones also. So what is happening with your mobile phone? Once they introduce a new series, right? Samsung Galaxy with this series, Apple iPhone, new edition, and then MI, new edition, something like that. Normally they used to create a demand where the product is not physically available in the market at all, but you can buy it through online. And through online also, you will have a 1 hour time period where you can enter, you give your details, and then like you make your token. Means like you make payment and then make a token, or you make a cash on delivery option and then you can make a token. So the product will get delivered, and after that, the second slot will get opened, or after certain time period, the second slot will get opened. See, now what is happening is like if you look at the price of those products when it is sold, when it is a new edition which is coming in the market, let it be online or offline, the price will be so high. You look at the same product after 1 month or 2 months or something like that, you can find a difference of 4 to 5,000, three to 4,000 minimum on an average. 3 to 4,000 you can find a difference. So what is happening here? In business perspective, you see this an opportunity, but ethically, it is not right. So these are two different perspectives. But even the profit also, or even the price also, you can make it in a marginal level, which is not having a double the price of the product or something like that. It all depends on people's thought. Next, privacy. See, once you are involving in marketing activities, like sometimes like market research, what will happen is people will be trying to customers' data or public's data will be collected. See, these data should be kept confidential. It should not be given and it should not be sold. Simple to say, like you have your Facebook, you have all your details. You try to give mostly majority of us or 99% of us will have an habit like will not read the terms and conditions. Let it be an app or let it be any kind of app or let it be a Facebook or WhatsApp. We'll never try to read the terms and conditions. We'll try to just give a tick mark and then we'll put a okay and then we'll just enter. Right. So what is happening is like data privacy is also one more question mark where there was one issue happened last year like one of the company got the data from Facebook, which was a big issue last year, right? So what has happened was they got the customers' details, so much of customers' details, and they try to target them. So what will happen in the customer data? Normal data is like what is the age group, what is the gender, and like income, and what is the occupation. All those details you will try to enter while making a sign up. These data are certain basic data which can be used by marketers. So any kind of market research which a company does, any kind of company does, it should maintain the privacy. It should not give the data outside, right? So this talks about privacy. And you have next topic is on ethical issues in marketing mix. So as I discussed, like marketing mixes talks about your four P's: product, price, place, and promotion. When it comes to service, you may look into product, price, place, promotion, process, and physical evidence. So processes like how you are getting the service, how this is processed. For example, you go to your Big Bazaar or Reliance or any kind of mall or textile showroom, something like that. You go, you take your products. Let us say V-Mart. You go, you take you make your purchase. You take the required quantity of dress materials. That how it is processed, how people in that particular outlet helping you, and how this particular purchase process is done without much of haggles and without much of disturbance. So this is also one major parameter of your service. And when it comes to like physical evidence, means like you see an advertisement where advertisement is given for a product, and you go and visually see the product that is available in the showroom for which the advertisement is made. So you try to ensure that yes, whatever I heard is happening here, something like that, right? So uh, these things are your marketing mix. Let us see in detail about how this ethical concept is working in product, price, place, and promotion in this class. Now, what is happening with the product is like quality of product. See, this is ultimate thing. Once you look into any kind of purchase, whatever we are purchasing, we expect a quality. This is a general tendency. For any customer, the first thing that is expected from a product is quality. You buy a product, you come home, open it and look into it at a certain point of time, maybe within 10 days. If it is useless and if it is broken, not even 10 days, if it is broken within 2 days, so what will be your mindset? Obviously, what will happen is like you don't feel satisfied and you will never purchase a product from that particular brand. So this will normally happen when it comes to purchase of a product. So any organization, if they want to stay in the market and then retain their customers and increase new customers, the basic parameter is quality, right? So this quality helps you in running your business and improving your business, and also at the same time it is the ethical thing which has to be carried by any company for that matter or any manufacturer for that matter to provide a quality product, right, or a quality service. Safety of the product. So whatever products we are saying, like at this point we have discussed earlier, whatever product we are saying, we should have a proper safety for it. We should have a proper warranty or something or after sales services, so that the customer will get satisfied and it should be it is ethical also, right? Electronic products you cannot take it for granted. There may be some issues which has to be taken care. So it will help you in running the business, getting more customers and retaining the customers. At the same time, you satisfy the customer. Right. Now, we have so much of similar kind of ethical aspects relating to product. Few are like in new product development. Since ethics and legal subjects are discussed less than it is needed, quality products are put on the market, and so these products damage consumers. So what is happening is like you might have studied about new product development. So new product development it has its own stages. This I'll not explain much. I'll just give you a briefing alone. Once you are developing a new product, you'll be going with different stages. The stages will be like idea generation, and then like from idea generation, it will move to testing, concept development, and then you try to make the product, you try to test the sample, and then finally, once you are successful with that, you probably will go for a final launch of the product. Simple to say, like for COVID-19 vaccination, right? Vaccine, which is getting implemented in many countries. Many countries are trying hard now without proper testing. They sell the product to a larger extent. Unless otherwise, they are very sure that yes, this particular vaccination is helpful in overcoming COVID-19 and it treats COVID-19. If they are not having a proper and rigor testing and then producing product and if they are not selling it, then that's a bad ethical practice. Simply by taking an opportunity or looking forward for yes, my country has invented it and I have invented it. Just for namesake, if they do it, then that is not ethical. So these kind of products should be tested in the sample stage itself, and then you should have a rigor testing, ensure that it is working fine, then produce the final product, which will not harm the society and which will not harm the users. So we have excessive or environmentally unfriendly packaging, means like using plastics. So that is also one more thing. Nowadays, like the plastics are banned. You're not supposed to use plastic, and these plastics decomposes. For example, I'll tell you one simple statistic. You can find like normally we used to buy milk in packets, right? Those milk packets, the biggest scrap or biggest level of plastics does not come from the entire pack after using it, right? You just pour the milk and there will be a cover, right? Empty cover. So that is not creating big issue. The ultimate problem is once you cut the tip, right? For pouring the milk, you cut the tip, and that falls down, and that particular pieces are creating a very big issue. There was a study and there was a report relating to this, which was mentioned in Karnataka. So last year, you can refer, just type it as milk packets, right? Plastics from milk packets, how it affects, something like that. So this is one important information. So this kind of things like affecting the society. So what best can be done by the manufacturer so that these kind of small pieces are not getting destroying the society? society. Something can be taught in such a way that it is also again ethical responsibility. We cannot tell that we can educate the customer, but some way or other way, if companies are looking ethically, then they should change the packaging format, or they can find out some ways by which their packaging is not harming the society, which can not true. Right. So next is like marketing unsafe product. So again, you're trying to market an unsafe product. The product is not fair and then not good, and then people are trying to market. So now this is relating to product. The next is on pricing. So what is happening in pricing? So pricing talks about like how you price the product. So what price you fix for the product what you are selling. So here also like bid rigging. So what is happening here is like this is a type of fraud in relating to price fixing, where you have promised a contract for one person. For that purpose, like there are so many other parties who are trying to give a bid. It means you are having a match fixing time. You have already fixed up a person by yourself, and then just for namesake, you are calling forward for a price bid by any company. Then that becomes a unethical practice. Predatory pricing. See, this is also one more thing which happened with your telecom, especially with relate to Geo. Once it was entered, what has happened was like giving a free offer for the customers. Completely internet is free for 6 months and then 8 months. So what has happened is like this is becoming a predatory pricing. Actually, this is not a pricing at all. They are giving it for free at the initial stage, and then slowly they have entered and then they started charging. So what has happened is like you are trying to kill the existing players who are all trying to sustain and then trying to do some business. So this is also unethical. Instead of saying that I want to throw the competitors out, simply by having a predatory pricing is not a good practice. Dumping. So dumping is also one more thing where just to increase the market share, you are trying to reduce the price of the product, or with lesser prices, you are trying to send as many products as possible, and then you are exporting it. So what will happen there is like you are trying to capture the market in the other countries for which you are trying to give it in a very less price, and then that is also not a good practice, right? So when it comes to price gouging, so this is a term referred when a seller spikes the price of goods, services, or commodities to a level much higher than it is considered reasonable or fair. So the person is trying to keep more price for a particular product. So which is not good. And then looking into the demand and supply condition. So when there is a higher demand and you have supply, you try to utilize this opportunity and give it for a higher price. So price fixing. The price fixing is like there are buyers or there are distributors. What they do is like if there are three to four distributors, then they are trying to get the product from the suppliers for the certain range only, right? For example, you fix up a range. Let it be like per kilogram. It is like 450 to 475. Within this range, you have to fix. If all the persons are getting in the same rate, by means of a common understanding, in order to keep the market, in order to keep that there is no hike in the price, then that is not ethical practices. So these are all relating to pricing. The next is distribution. So here distribution talks about the selling of product or the channels. Normally it talks about channels. So right from the manufacturer to the uh, distributor and then an agent, retailer, and finally it reaches the customer. So during this particular process, what sort of ethical practices or unethical practices that can happen in distributing the product? So some of them are like a powerful manufacturer forcing retailers to conduct in different ways in subject, like retailers location, minimum order size. So the manufacturer is like so powerful, or the distributor is so powerful. There is no alternative person to sell that particular product. In that case, the distributor is there are only one distributor, or say like there are only one distributor in one zone, and from them only you are supposed to buy the product. And the market is pretty good that for that product that is, there is a heavy demand. So just by using this power, the distributor is forcing the retailers to buy product order in bulk, right? So this is not an ethical practice because how much ever they are capable of, how much ever they are payable, only that much they can pay. Simply by pushing them to buy all the products or buy in a larger size is not an ethical practice. Likewise, you have product mix selection, a restriction on alternative supply means like there are some kind of suppliers who are also trying to sell the product, but the supply is not coming properly from them. So this distributor is trying to warn those people, warn the retailer, and then say that don't try to get it from the other person, or else I'll stop the supply. It's not an ethical practice. It is a choice for the retailers to choose. Next, other ethical issues such as like retailing decision, direct marketing, supply chain. So these are all certain distribution related ethical issues which you can read by oneself, and these are all self-explanatory. And few more are like asking vendors to reduce display space of competitor. Means, for example, there are two products. One is Coke and Pepsi. So these are all two big players. Yes, of course, uh, they are good in market and they have their own selling. I've seen that there are some local brands which may not be considered more. But still, what the person is doing is like the salesperson is doing is like you try to make more display space for my product by reducing the display space for the other two products. Or sometimes like uh, don't try to display those products. I'll give you more of a offer. I'll try to give more commission. See, all these are like considered as a strategy when it comes to marketing perspective or a business perspective. But ethically, this is not right. So it's up to the person to take a call. And then pushing vendors to buy more than needed and pushing items to result in higher commission. Means like whenever this also happens, this is also considered as a strategy. Whenever you go to buy some products in the shop, let me say like some TV, you go and look forward for a TV. You have some exploration. You check the website. You got some reviews, and then you do. Being summer, let me take air conditioner, which is an easy, understandable example. Since being air conditioner, you don't have much of experience. I mean, you don't have a much of experience with that air conditioner. You try to explore from the website, you read the reviews, you try to come to a conclusion like, okay, there are so many products like LG, Samsung, and then Voltas. You fixed up in your mind like, okay, let me go with LG. And after going to the showroom, you can see the product. First of all, you will like to see the product, but simultaneously, the salesperson will try to push you to the other product. He'll say like, see, this is this much capacity, but for the same price with 2000 higher, these are all the big features what you have it in Voltas. If you ask me, this is the most selling product. You buy this product. So they are trying to sell the product and then they are trying to push the product to you because they are getting more commission. Again, I'm telling you, if you look into marketing or a business perspective, this is the strategy and this is right. These are all ways by which you can sell the product in the competitive world. But in ethical perspective, it is not so. Because you're not trying to force the customers to buy a product. So you have to take a call between this. So likewise, there are two more content which is mentioned. Next is like many retailers sell products to have cross expiry date. Again, this is one more important area. Selling the product with with expiry date. Sometimes what will happen is like the people are very clever and then they look into the product. If the product is quality enough, they'll try to if the product is costly enough, let me put the word as costly, it is much costlier, then they cannot throw it also. At the same time they want to sell the product. What they'll do is like with using some kind of erasing items, they'll try to remove the expiry date, which is happening around us. You all might have experienced also, especially like whenever you're getting some packet milks, you just look into the expiry date. Sometimes you'll find like in certain shops, you'll find like the expiry date is not available in that, right? The product, we don't know how they are doing it, but sometimes you can find like the expiry date is not there. In case of tablets, also this happened, which I myself have experienced. Like just like you're having a tablet which is costlier, on the top of it there will be date and manufacturing date and expiry date and all those stuff. Just by using a spirit, if it is rubbed, the dates and every details will be gone, and the tablet is like plain. And normally we will not buy the entire lot of tablet. Means like if there are 10 tablets together, we will not buy all 10. We may be buying 3 or 4. So sometimes we will not be aware that that particular tablet is expired. This also may happen, which is not ethical, right? It should not happen. Fine. So most drug stores would give too many drugs without prescription from a qualified doctor. This is also happening. We have a practice of getting over the counter, right? Over the counter. We ourselves are good doctors, and we used to go and say that I have this particular problem. Give me this tablet. So that's the second thing where you have certain knowledge and you try to ask, or based on the doctors whom you have visited, you may see. But sometimes like you go and say this is the problem, certain basic problems like headache, fever, and if they are giving some tablets, yes, to some extent disagree, they know. But if you say certain severe problems, they try to prescribe by themselves, which is not an ethical practice unless otherwise it is diagnosed, and if it is not clearly observed or understood, patient's history or something like that, which can be done by a doctor. They cannot make a trial and error in your medical shops, which is not ethical at all. Products are moved in unsafe vehicles, right? The products which is supposed to be taken care, if it is moved in unsafe vehicles, is not ethical. So these are all some kind of unethical practices, especially giving gifts. This is also one more thing. There are strategies in marketing which you might have studied: pull strategy and push strategy. So pull strategy means the offer is given to the customers, and they try to ask for the suppliers, and they'll try to suppliers means like especially the retailers, and then retailers ask for distributor, and distributor ask for the manufacturer. So this is one way. The other way is like that the manufacturer will give a lot of offer to the distributor will give much offer to the retailer will try to push the product. So again, giving free gifts to the retailers or the channels to sell the product to a larger extent is also not ethical. But in marketing, it is considered as a strategy. So ethical issues in promotion. Again, this is much aware. You can realize it, and you might have come across it. Like a seller misrepresenting or fails to disclose important information regarding a product. They'll not say much of information, or we'll also will not seek much of information. Just like that, we'll buy the product, right? It is not ethical. You're not supposed to sell like that. And then advertisement where a lot of messages. For example, they use celebrity. The celebrity says that because of this, I'm so healthy, uh, which is not a true fact, which is not ethical at all. So you try to say the true fact and then accordingly you proceed. The celebrity is nowhere related with the product, but they'll try to make a promotion for that product. This is not ethical, but by marketing perspective, it is a strategy. So few more issues like promoting unhealthy products. Promoting unhealthy products, you can understand there are so much of pan related, though it is mentioned it is harmful to the health, right? Liquor and all those things, but still it is getting promoted. People knows and the government knows that this is harmful to the society and this is harmful to the human, but still it is getting sold, right? Though they make precautions, though they make cautioning, but still it is sold. So you can understand like where the ethics lies, right? So likewise you can have it in promotion as well. And negative advertising technique, this is much more important. So normally people will use to the organizations will use to make comparative advertisement. Here what will happen is like you try to compare two products and say your product is the best. You're not highlighting the positiveness of your product, you try to see the negative aspect of that particular other product and say yours is best. It is not good at all. Is most controversial of advertising. TV commercials and direct mails are common examples. Whatever you are getting is mails, which is an unethical practice. And whenever you are watching some program, unlimited advertisement, you can find like if you watch a movie for 3 hours, out of it, like after cutting out certain areas, the movie will be for 2 hours 15 minutes. Balance rest all are like advertisements, which try to push the deal, which try to sell the products, right? Again, this is how marketers are trying to reach the customers as far as marketing strategy is concerned. But again, a question mark of ethical is up to the seller to take a call. Fine. Market research. The next topic is on market research. We have seen what is ethics in marketing in general, what are all the ethical practices that can happen in the courses, especially with product price, sales, and promotion. That we have seen. And the next topic is on market research. See, what is market research? See, once you say market, market is a place where you have the buyer, where you have the seller, where you have the supplier, right? So all these things will be there. That is a market. So here in market research is something like that you are trying to find out to whom I'm supposed to sell, how much I'm supposed to sell, right? Who is my target audience, how to segment, and what product should I sell. So all these things talks about your market research. So again, while doing a market research, what you do is that you try to collect data from the customers or general public, which has to be kept confidential and it cannot be given to or shared to other people, which is not a good practice. The next is stereotyping. The stereotyping is portraying an ideal body, weight, or physical appearance, saying that okay, these people are lean, and this product, if you have it, you will become lean and you will become shining, something like that. It's again a stereotyping means you're trying to highlight on certain color or certain body type, and then it will try to affect the people who are on the opposite side. They will try to reduce the self-esteem of others, people who are all fat and who are all not fair. So they feel like they feel so bad. So this is not a good practice again, right? So information or data collected from respondents should not be used for any other purpose, especially when you are doing any kind of research, market research or marketing research. These data, whatever has been collected, should be kept confidential and should not be sold for others. Just you have collected, you sell it to some other organizations which is in online, where the data, whatever has been collected, consists of mobile number and email ID. Then we'll try to use it where you are reaching it. The person who have given the details, they have given interest only. But if you are breaching it, then it's not a good practice. Researchers should not force any respondent for answers. So whenever you are trying to do some research, for maybe like I can understand like during your previous semester and the start of this semester, end of your previous semester and the start of this semester, you might have gone with a project management thesis where few people have done with secondary data and almost majority have done with your primary data. So what happened with the primary data? You collected the information using a questionnaire, your known sources. From that, you made some analysis. What will happen is like you try to give a choice for the respondents, and if they don't wish to answer, you are supposed to do. If they're not ready to answer for certain queries or certain statements, then yes, they have a right to do that. You're not supposed to force them. For example, after your MBA or doing an MBA, since you're doing an MBA, you're working in an organization, and the organization is asking you to make a market research, right? So you collect, or let me put it in the other way, you're collecting from your employees, and then you cannot reveal that who was given, what is the response was given by each and every person, or who was given what response. So these things should be avoided. Similarly in marketing, so confidentiality should be maintained. People are affected by unethical practices will be like general public who hear the responses, respondent, client, as well as the researcher who is unethical. So now we have completed one topic on ethics in marketing. So till now we have seen what is ethics in marketing. So it is marketing applied to different spheres such as product, pricing, place, promotion and advertisement. Then what we have seen, what is marketing strategy. So marketing strategy is like how a business can offer product and services to satisfy the needs of members of a target market. And we have seen what are all the ethical issues related with it, which talks about safety, deception, and then market manipulation and privacy, etc. And we have seen how this ethics plays a role in marketing mix, that is like product, price, place, and promotion. We have seen what is market research and what are all the ethical issues that can happen in market research relating to consumers, competitors, clients, etc. We have seen. So I'm stopping it here. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Okay. If you have any further queries, you can ask me. Okay, Ajit ji has joined. I've not seen him. No, there in the PPT.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I was a
Welcome,
bit
sir. I
late.
didn't notice you. Sorry.
Yeah, I was a bit
It's okay.
late,
It's okay,
5
sir.
minutes, but I have
I
joined.
was seeing my screen, so I didn't notice you. Okay, that's great. That's great.
Okay, sir.
Fine, sir. So,
Fine,
any
sir.
doubts, sir?
No, sir. It's all okay.
Okay, fine. That's great. Okay, I'll just give you a small hint which both of you can use. Ajit sir and Sana ma'am, both of you can use. Just take your marketing management syllabus, which was shared with you last semester, and just
Sir.
go through it. And then
Okay.
you just look into it like what are all the activities that is done in marketing and what are all the unethical practices that can happen in it. So that will give you a
Oh,
clarity on ethics in marketing. Simple to say.
sir.
All right, sir?
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Fine, fine, fine. Fine. Then, Sandy, sir? Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir. Ah,
Sir, I'm done with the class.
okay, sir.
So I have one more class also. Can we wind up? I have one